Yeah, we're locked in. We are loaded. We are rolling. We got the good sounds.
We're locked in. It's time to lock in. This year was especially weird for me because I easily watched more of SGDQ than I had in previous years, and overall I found it less enjoyable. I don't know if those two things are related. I think that it was just like
Oh, I didn't even.
conceptually and executed worse.
I did not even look at any GDQ this year. I think I am personally over GDQ. Like, it's fine. It's a SGDQ in particular, good charity. I like MSF. Prevent Cancer Foundation is, as far as charities go, fine.
They pick some good ones.
Yeah.
It's hard to
it's hard to question that part
it's hard
of it.
to like attack them from that angle.
Yeah, but
that's like a shithead's angle.
No, but what I'm saying is they're doing good stuff. I'm just over the pageantry of it. Like,
yeah.
They only had one blindfolded thing this year, although I personally found the dog thing to be.
There's a kind of mythologizing to the entire thing that gets my goat a little bit, because the mythologizing is the conception of speedrunner as a category of person.
Now, speedrunning is a thing you do. It's not who you are.
Right. It's not a kind of thing that you are. It's something you do or have done a lot of. Right.
Although it is one of the kind of hobbies that can stain you. Where, like, once you start doing it for one thing, you start doing it for a lot.
there's like a transferable skill set in a lot of cases, and to that degree, like, speedrunning is a real thing, because it's like, oh well, you know, if I just figure out how to press buttons good on a controller that makes Mario jump, then this other different game that makes someone like Mario also jump, you know, I can make use of that. Are you trying to make me sick?
No, I was just going back and forth, letting you finish your thought.
Oh. We don't gotta.
Oh.
I mean, and also, like, doing that kind of thing is visually arresting in such a way that it makes me want to stop talking.
You were noting how we were adversarial. We've gotten a few levels because I went off and I wanted to sort some runes out. In a great humor, I went and ground a trick rune for Meg from the robots in the dwarf fortress. I just sat there and auto battled while I was watching YouTube videos with the speed turned on. And it didn't actually take that long. And the side effect of this was it got Humphrey, and to a lesser degree Flick, like, caught up. Because the way experience works in this game, you catch up
there's
pretty
some
quick,
like
and then you
rubber
slow
banding
down.
of experience. Yeah.
Other thing, I figured out how to glue a flowing rune to Jeppo.
Oh right, we were just sort of like picking random memory values, and or like, you know, there's only like 255 to choose from, and
using educated guesses based on where water rune was, I eventually stuck a flowing rune onto Jeppo.
Got the better flowing rune. Okay.
So now he's our healer, and very funnily, Meg now has his rune. The other thing that I've inadvertently figured out. Yeah, that's the power of J. The other thing I inadvertently figured out was that this thing, which is how you recruit the antique man.
Yeah. Okay.
Was similarly a random drop like the opal was.
Jesus
so
Christ.
I just looked up where to get it, and I got it rather rapidly.
All right. Well.
And this is just so that when I only want this guy so that when my inventory gets polluted, I have a place
at home base.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't have Thomas say, "Please, I'm embarrassed."
Don't hand me unidentified shit. That guy has played too many old school roguelikes, you know?
I was playing...
He's like, I'm not going to touch an unidentified item, dude. Like, I'm not even going to pick it up.
I just finished playing a old school roguelike about 45 minutes ago. I beat
You should do
Adom
Mains of
again.
Mystery?
Yeah.
Yeah!
I got myself a ultra ending with a dark elf mind crafter. Now here's the troublesome
All
part.
of that means very little to me.
I have no idea what the fuck we're doing now. Like, I recruited the guy.
Okay.
And
Yeah. Yes.
I got my runes
we
sorted
destroyed
out.
Dracula with a magic sword.
Yeah.
We
I'll go talk
basically recruited like everyone that we could.
Yeah.
And now we should probably talk to Sid and Mid. And he's gonna tell us that we have to use this opportunity to unite the disparate rebellious factions that have sort of started springing up around the countryside. And hopefully give us one to choose from and then go to that. Or, if alternatively, if we have already embarked on this quest, he will remind us of which of these we have chosen to sort out first.
That is not something I'm sanguine about, is that latter part. I'm not confident in this game's ability to tell me what to do when I don't know what I'm doing.
Maybe. Are you here to see Master LePant?
I'm here to...
That girl, Tangar.
That's the...
Oh yeah,
that's the barbarian woman we have acquired.
Yeah. No, I thought Tangar was the like girl who the doofus boy named a sword for.
Yes, she was part of the warrior village.
Right.
So that's why I called her
She's
barbarian
great
woman.
Because like she's so sassy whilst being rescued.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You liked...
No, but
we characterized her entirely from her talk sprite. So that's the character designer doing a lot of lifting for the game.
And punctuation.
Because
there were a lot of expressions that from ordinary enthusiasm should have ended with an exclamation point, and instead ended with a period. So she would say things like, "Oh, you've come to rescue me." Just this neutral affect.
It reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 4, when the neutral soldiers would see you. They'd say, "Oh, it's you again."
Right. You could go to like conflict zones where you hadn't taken a side.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, it's
and
you
then when
again."
you get noticed, it's like, "Oh yeah, that's just old Snake. He appears in any given battlefield. Don't worry about it."
Oh, it's you again. And then
Ronnie Bell.
when they blow up we've been disallowed from using Ronnie because of if we have to have freaking Humphrey with us.
She's awesome. Like, easily my favorite character, and also happens to be able to throw powerful fireballs. So she's the overlap of appealing and also good.
And a large woman. But those same guys, if you blew up a tank for them, would go, "All right!" That was the start of Hideo Kojima's fascination with men. In the terms of
that was the start of it?
No, not okay. When I say men, I specifically mean like guards. Because after that, the game after that would be Peace Walker, which is about collecting and training men as if they were Pokemon. And they would all say stupid things to you in their character profiles.
Yeah.
The men are the heart of Metal Gear.
The kidnapping aspect. Kidnapping and brainwashing, really.
Okay.
Aspects of strapping balloons to men.
Is it kidnapping and brainwashing, or is it attaching balloons to men, and then they realize you are the ultimate soldier, and they want to fight for you?
I mean, it is literal kidnapping, so I don't know. It's pretty cut and dried in my mind. Even if it happens in a whimsical way, it's like, sure, like Willy Wonka uses his magic elevator to like capture me, and I guess it's cool that we're flying around in a little box.
I was completely ignoring what this guy said.
He said the light in my soul continues to shine. He's a Soul Calibur.
His eyes are scarred shut, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
though the light of my eyes has faded.
Our soul still
burns. Oh, good. We've got our elf ghetto. Well, I love that.
No, I mean, there are non-elves here. We also keep the filthy dog man here. And King Kai. Okay,
three kinds of person can be out here: bald, elf, or beast.
This is a Samurai eBooks thing. Strength is the only truth. Nothing else is worth believing in.
I mean, he did. That's at least consistent with his join condition, which he wanted us to be a high enough level. It's like, you have obtained sufficient strength to gain my respect.
I'm just kind of going around. Oh, look at this guy's head. I'm just kind of going around trying to remember what we were doing by just talking to everyone. He got kicked out of the 108 tablet room, but still has mental connection with it. I don't recognize this guy.
I mean, his life is determined by the stars.
Thank you for the sub, Malabet. Looking for something?
Hugo is the one that was right about us, I think. Oh, what? What is this?
I think he's another guy did I give books to... Yeah, oh yeah, I should go to Stockpile Thomas and see if I have any books I can give that guy.
Oh yeah, we've gotten like book 1, book 7.
It's gonna be like that part of Silent Hill 3 where you have to do a puzzle where you have knowledge of Shakespeare to be able to correctly do it.
Where's the books?
Yeah, I finally put this away because 50 HP ain't cutting it. Yeah, we'll pick up this paint too. Cape of Darkness.
Old book. There we go. I really hope that this is not in any way involved in a puzzle, and it's just, here's like 10 books that you can find and put on the shelf. And maybe when you get all of them, the guy who's looking for them is like, wow, you found them all.
I'd be especially pleased if it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Oh, readable now.
In the beginning, there was darkness.
We had to put them on the shelf before we were permitted to read them. And it's only 8. Total 8. Okay.
So that means that's space
not
for...
that bad.
I'm missing 4? Yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2, 6, 8.
I'm stupid. I could have counted the spines and intuited that this one being 8 means there was 8, so I had 4 left. But instead, I counted this negative spaces. Now, did he absorb the books from my inventory? He did.
Nice. Cleaned us out.
Don't talk to that kid.
I want to play a game. Alright. Yep.
If I could find more paint, he can finish more of his mural.
Lovely. And then we could have like a promotional image for the video game that we're already playing. How exciting.
Okay, let's go talk to Sid and Ned.
I legitimately do like video game art books.
Yes.
If I can get my grubby hands on those, I really like them. But
this is what I was afraid of.
Yeah, this is bad. Well.
Okay, we have Humphrey with us. Are we going to the ninjas?
What about an Imperial bridge? Like, was there some...
We were going to recruit the Dragon Knights, yes.
There you are. Oh, shit.
Okay. To recruit the Dragon Knights, do I go across the big bridge? Remember when we killed our dad and it turns out he wasn't, like, psychically linked to the witch? He was just stupid?
Yeah, he was just sort of a toady in the end. It's like bad beats, I guess. But such is the fate of anyone who would dare go out in the shittiest battle system that the game has. The one-on-one fake rock, paper, scissors. Uh-oh. Okay.
Now, I could try to give sound settings to the sound boy, but...
I don't think that would be a sound decision.
No, I think in the end it would be a sound decision, but it wouldn't be a good one. It'd be a sound decision? That's the same pun you were making, except you were using it as in a correct decision, whereas I was saying it's a decision about sounds.
That was the entirety of it.
Yes. So I took your joke and made it worse.
In my face rather than laughing. It's almost like you scooped a tiny brownie out of my child hand and aggressively ate it in front of me while staring at me with dead eyes. I don't know why I want to go to a bridge, but I just sort of do.
I frequently do. Bridges are a marvel of modern science.
Well, I mean, the bridges in JRPGs are a source of, like, increasing danger, right? Like, danger increases when you cross a bridge. And if we just find the most dangerous place we can go, then maybe we can find a means to progress. That's my instinct.
I came back to Kaku.
Blocker!
And the guy is here. Okay.
The criminal.
We'll go to the bridge, and then we can free will.
Yeah, so these are like pushover enemies from long ago that do not matter.
And they give us
the holy crystal.
The holy crystal, which lets you run.
Yes. The Holy Order. God's first command. Fly, you fools! You know, our core cast of characters is really good at the whole combat thing. Like, main character's really good. All the personal guard was pretty good.
You liked
and
Crimeo?
Hey, I mean, he pulled his weight.
Crimeo kind of sucked, but he did die for the cause, and that's all I ask of any of my men.
That's the other upshot of having 108 characters. You can kill off so many of these babies. Like, the campaign continues. All right. No idea why I felt like I had to go here, but this was my immediate thought. Who are you? Quincy.
I'll say 8 more. Yeah, 8 more.
8 more.
8 more.
8 more
Secret
is
of 8 more.
8 more is a Dragon Quest spell, or like a Dragon Warrior spell that does whatever 8 is.
Yeah. It's like 8 more, and then 8 most.
8 more. 8 most. Yes. The most 8 that any magic spell has ever been. So we got a bridge to the north.
I wanted to see what over here, because this is the flower. This is the Rose Castle. These are the fairies that dropped the nameless urn, by the way.
Oh, delightful. Well, that one is dead. I think our current high water mark is somewhere around 800. I'll actually remember.
If I can get a crit with Trick. Well, Meg should be critting all the time with her Trick rune. That's probably what.
If.
And she will,
okay.
we will see Meg's numbers, because I've decided the only way Meg is leaving my party is if the game forces me. Jeppo?
Yeah.
Maybe Jeppo can stay or go. Oh, did I just...
What? You intuited the perfect direction. Okay, great.
Intuitive knowledge.
Good work.
Yeah.
You activated your warrior's instinct.
A soul still burns.
I am Humphrey Mintz.
Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy who applauds you once you defeat 100 men in Japan. What's the pass that where the samurai takes it place called?
Ipponmat, or sorry, that's the Lonely Pine. Rokotsu Pass.
Yeah, Humphrey is from the Rokotsu Pass. Yes, he will fight 100 men at the foundry.
Commander Joshua?
Can we
okay,
not...
town to southwest. Sure. So, by southwest, do you actually mean southeast?
It might be southwest, as in I go south, then east, and then west to like cross the bridge.
Maybe.
That's where
we have a place name.
Okay, that was Meg doing 756.
Nice. Good work, Meg.
That's the Rose Palace.
Okay. But the Rose Palace is not named Ante. Or Ante.
Oh,
ballooned!
I got ballooned.
Yes!
I like when Humphrey swings his sword. It's got a real energy to it. But the name of this stream, incidentally, is based off the fact that between this stream and the last stream, I thought I should play Chrono Trigger. And playing Chrono Trigger has made my opinion of this game kind of plummet. That is probably not fair, because Chrono Trigger was in the works for years. It was a game that was a game of them dreaming big. It was going to be a game for the Famicom Disk System, or the Super Famicom Optical Disc System. The thing that from their partnership with Philips.
Right.
But when that got scrapped, they instead used the most expensive memory chip you could put in a Super Nintendo cartridge to hold the game. That's what the game is, like one of the biggest games that you could fit on a SNES. And a labor of love by entire teams of people, whereas this is Suikoden.
Who had been in the game for a long time, also.
Some of them had been, and then some of them were like people trying to make it, like specifically saying, with this game, I'm going to make a name for myself. And some of them did.
Despite all of those drawbacks, it turned out pretty good. In my mind, one of the tightest paced stories that you get from the world of the JRPG.
Yeah, you're never bored.
You always
know what you're doing.
You're never bored. You always know what you're doing, and what you're doing makes sense.
Yeah.
Given the information that you have.
And the plot's pretty simple, but there are very effective hooks. Like, the game does it twice, and you don't see it coming either time. Where, oh, you're having a wacky adventure, there's time portals, we went to the past, and then suddenly you're in 2400 AD and the world is ruined. It's like, what? And then they do it again, because like, oh, we're in dinosaur times. And then they do the ruined world music again in the Ice Age, and you go up, and the Zeal music starts to play. It's like, perfect.
Yeah.
And then this game's pretty good, but in playing it at the same time as playing Chrono Trigger, it's
Yeah. The contrast is causing a bit of like disassociative friction to be like, wah. We just have to recalibrate. It's all right.
I recruited Kirk, who said the only thing he knows how to do is cut off heads. Well, lucky for you, that's the kind of guy I need.
7 more for Quincy. So how about that?
If I had designed this game, if you pressed A here, you would get a potion.
So you would design Legend of Zelda then?
Or Pokemon.
Like Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, like the hidden item in the rock to the left of Mount Moon by the Pokemon Center where you get the Magikarp.
See, there's hidden items like that in Pokemon, but there's also just random fucking spots anywhere in the world that could also have items.
Yeah.
So it's a bit chaotic. It's meant to drive the what the fuck is a Champion's Crystal?
We have one of these, I think.
Oh, right.
It's the Earthbound.
We thought
look at that fucking guy.
Ooh, do we need a stage magician?
I mean, I don't know if I need him, but...
Oh, window! I want to build stained glass window.
I named myself Window because I want to build window. Okay, so he's now letting me be recruited. I'm going to recruit him to build a stained glass window in my castle. For the revolution. Yeah,
well, we need the mural guy to design what it'll look like first. And then he can make it in stained glass. Keep of Darkness!
Alrighty, I think I have Emblem on Jeppo specifically because it gives magic. Yeah.
Oops.
So take that right back.
Well, that's fine. We tried. A-okay.
Yeah, this is where we fought Dracula. This is very close to where we fought the Warriors Village.
Oh. What was the name of this town when we came into it?
I don't know if it said.
If it just said Warriors Village, then we should boost.
I don't think this is Warriors Village. I think it's by Warriors Village. So let's see if it tells me what the name of the town is.
Yeah, because we're looking for Ante.
Okay, that's Warriors Village.
Warriors Village. All right. I nailed it.
Okay, Klon is to the west.
We still have that balloon. Trouble. It doesn't seem to super matter.
If I get ballooned again after being ballooned, he will fly away.
Oh, right.
And someone did drop this. I can pop the balloon with the needle.
Mm-hmm. Use needle on balloon. Yep. Whip Wolf.
That's Whip Wolf.
Yo, he commands the other dog. This is just that encounter, yeah. Especially if he runs away. Which I don't think this game is sharp enough to have happen.
Now this is Dracula's castle.
Right. So Klon is above us there?
I'm gonna try something that maybe I should have done to begin with. It's gonna be a very powerful technique.
Am I gonna like it?
You're gonna love it.
I'm
going to see if the wizard has a place named Ante in her teleportation matrix.
Ooh, now that we've got the details. All right. Oh! Brilliant. Hello. Break it up. Vincent de Boule.
This is Vinny Balls. I'm correct in remembering that Boule means ball, right?
I don't actually know. I thought it meant bowl.
It might mean that. Vinny Bowl's also a pretty good mobster name. I only remember Boule meaning ball from Disco Elysium. Because when they're playing their ball game.
That's probably it then. Vinny Balls.
What I'm trying to tell you is that you have the honor of being owed money by me.
Pure aristocratic extraction. Don't give me that cock and ball.
You said cock and bull, but cock and ball is, well, I'll also accept.
The guy he's talking to literally said cock and ball, so. Sure, I'll bet. I'm sorry, it's just money you need?
Yeah, we have that coming out of our years.
We have the gambling man who can create money from nothing. We have ruined this world's economy. 200 bits!
I owe $2. He wouldn't
all
pay
that shit over $2.
I wouldn't fucking pay for his waffles.
Okay.
Beer Blanche. Yeah, I usually prefer my beer to be a bit dark.
Do you think we should talk to the shopkeep next? The guy who just went back into his house?
Oh wait. This guy's your hint on where to get the urn.
Oh.
It's kind of translated poorly. This here urn I got from the Holly's owner. When the thing's called Holly Elf or Holly Fairy or something. Yeah, I'll talk to the bread the bread and breakfast guy.
Part bread, part breakfast. That's toast.
Okay.
He seems to have vanished.
They're lamenting that, or maybe he just has nothing to say now that I've paid him his $2. Okay, now it's time to find the cutscene.
Vanished. That's frustrating because that didn't give me any idea of what to do next.
My thinking is, okay, he said he was going to go meet with the Dragon Order guy. And the Dragon Order guy is the guy who told us to fuck off. So yeah, I presume...
Right. We just go right back. All right.
And by southwest, they did in fact mean southeast. They know bit.
Okay, sick. Sick. Love it.
Unless this is Australia, and the top part of this map is actually the south.
Yeah. So east and west are reversed. Here's Holly Ferry.
Yeah, this is the Holly's owner dropped this urn I can't identify.
Which we don't want another of. Ladies, please. I don't want it. Okay.
I would just destroy it with my hands if they gave me one.
Okay.
I wonder if I should have brought my own fop. Would you have something to say to this fop?
They are almost certainly going into the same strategy category, though, right?
Absolutely.
I like that it's not just that NPCs block us sometimes. This seems to be like a diegetic problem. Like, this one stubborn man just standing there, no force on earth can move him.
He's those Koopas from Mario or Luigi Superstar Saga. The ones that they're rooted, and you have to bash them out of the way and after the game tutorializes about how to do it. You're never truly done with the tutorial of Mario or Luigi Superstar Saga.
But we must see Joshua. I like the minor chord piano in the background.
Oh, yeah. This guy at least knows who Humphrey is.
Listen up, aristocratic scum! You know, Flick is getting a big glow up here.
Absolutely.
We're not going to show or animate the rock moving at all. We're just going to tell you that there's a cave behind here.
So
don't worry about it.
Remember when Frog cut the mountain in half to let you in? The cave?
It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. Although this is pretty fucking good. These guys.
Magic shield. Ugh. I mean,
they look like an ad that would be in like Marvel vs. Capcom. They're like.
Enemy design in this game has been pretty consistently very good.
Goldlet.
If you plant it in the ground, it can grow up into real gold.
It's a goldlet.
Goldlet. It's probably just a tennis bracelet.
Hell, it's the sunshine thing!
Oh my god. Okay. Occasionally excellent.
It's the fucking sunshine thing.
The combination of visual and name are really selling it. Holy fuck. Whip him right in the dick. Ah! Well, he sure did do about 50 damage to the all of us. Shame we put that item away.
I have a lot of healing inside my boy Jeppo, though, so it's cool.
We got it covered.
Boop. I actually wonder if Trick Rune is the best thing for Meg. Now, I went through all the effort to get it. If I can see it crit, I'll know that it is. If it's attack times 1.5 and it can crit like a regular attack, then it's good. Ah, now he's got his black elementals.
Do you think we should maybe spend a little on him?
Absolutely.
Maybe give him the sauce.
Oh.
Oh.
The balls are weak.
Well,
I'm no longer afraid of the King of Sunshine.
So although it didn't animate the little bomb dropping, I think that first thing that we saw was Meg getting a critical.
Not sure. It could have been Cleo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's the problem. Okay, well, we know where those go now.
Yeah, these could be, are they the same king, or are they other kings? We keep fighting the same Sunshine King.
Yeah, is he just growing back every time? Whoa! Tricky. Throwing his onion rings at us. This is the problem with how criticals are animated in this. If it's like a ranged character, it's like, I don't know, I have to memorize what everyone's projectile looks like.
So I'm pretty sure Meg's and hers projectile are identical.
What makes her drop the little man, then?
Oh, that is her rune. That is the trick rune.
Mm-hmm.
And then
does it
and she just throws
say
a knife.
Anything particular about what it does?
I'll look at it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but apparently it
did
does
more damage than like base damage on the knife.
Yeah, it does 1.5 damage supposedly. Although I do not know if it can crit. I'll be right back.
Delightful. Well, I can field some questions. Is it the same Sunshine King? Multiple kings of some Sunshine. I don't know. I think Sunshine King is kind of like a title that you get for hanging out at the beach too much. It's like beach bum, right? So there can be lots of them. Many kings. I'm gonna be honest, I'm struggling for something to hold on to with Suikoden here. There's too many people. It's gone on a little too long already, in my opinion. But that's fine. We'll get it. If it keeps delivering it.
The game is we've I could have gone the other way for treasures.
You know, maybe things will pick up the pace a little if we get dragons on our side. Hello, nurse. Oh shit, it's Milia Rage. No.
She's going to explode us.
Futch. How did we forget about Futch?
Yeah, but we only have about like 16 to 18 hours in the game right now. My my save is inflated to 20 because of holding down the speed up button fighting enemies for trick rune.
Maybe I'm just being a curmudgeon then.
Can you say anything else, Humphrey?
Oh my god, I feel like we're really talking past each other in this conversation here. Lady Milia. Palace of the Dragon Knights.
I think people have drugged the dragons such that they are sleeping.
This is particularly not what the other dragons sounded like.
I mean, they're not sounding like elephants, yes.
Indeed not.
Also, there are enemies in the cave.
Maybe these enemies are like the remoras for the dragon. Or like those little things that clean sharks' teeth.
Or maybe they're like
Is there a reason you're going back up this way? They went to the lift.
I know.
Oh, the treasure.
Yes.
Right.
I didn't go down the other path of the Bravely Default Dungeon corridor, where there will be a chest at the end of it.
I love that we're just whipping this guy in the dick. Right in the grundle.
So that's probably why the Dragon Knights are... See? I knew.
Oh, we're gonna have to fight through 3 whole magic shields to get to him.
I liked how they were synced up. I got an Earth Shield and the Power Glove.
Power gloves. Wow, one additional defense.
But he also can equip the Earth Shield. Oh yeah, Bool can also mean like a loaf of bread. Yeah. Oh, and it's slang for butts. Okay. A Bool is especially when you're shaping a loaf into a round. Then it's a Bool. You can also refer to the dough itself. But that's just it makes sense. That's just a word for, oh, cool, hell yeah. It's cool that it's cool that I can just or it's funny that it just means that because it just means a ball, because that's how a French baker would have called it 300 years ago. He would have just said, oh yeah, when it's round, it's a ball. And then,
you know, of all the things to hate the French for, which I think there are many, because I have a lot of contempt for the French. That one's not really one.
No,
that just seems like a basic thing.
That's what I mean. It's not. Boule sounds fancy because it's French. But in actuality, the baker was just being practical and straightforward.
Like when people call green beans haricots verts, just to be fancy, and like those words literally just mean green bean.
It's just green bean.
But because it's French, it sounds fancy. Yeah. Is there anything that we can make sound like fucking cursed by calling it basic French words instead of fancy?
Is there anything
like anything
to do with
a really gnarly sounding French word?
What's the French word for left?
Gauche.
You're right. I thought it might be based off the word sinister.
Droite, gauche.
Because Mangash means left hand. I should have known that. I'm a sword guy.
Yeah.
But because they have to use sinister to mean left in some capacity, right? Or is that an English thing?
I think we should try to like work from the other direction. We just need to find a gnarly sounding French word that sucks to say.
Well, you see,
and then
to me that is all French words, so I'm not very useful in this search.
God, the buff shadows.
They die. Oh God! Whoa, the German suplex.
He just gave us the Ryu Hayabusa. The Hikari drop or whatever. See, oiseau is the word for bird, but it sounds pleasant. It just has a shitload of vowels in it for no real reason. Which leads to one particular enemy in Final Fantasy V earning the moniker oiseau rare, or rare bird.
It's the second time today somebody has tried to give me a sandwich. A rose brooch!
Did it work either time?
It worked the first time, but now I'm full of sandwich, so there's no reason to...
I should make a boule.
Nobody wants rose brooch.
Well, can't win them all. Okay, we've got to wake up the dragons.
Now, dragons just go to sleep for millennia occasionally. Haven't you ever seen Reign of Fire?
Yeah, the Matthew McConaughey vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean, the Christian Bale vehicle.
Yeah.
You can have two men driving the same car. It's fine. They take turns.
Nah, they have one of those student cars where they're on both sides and they're in perfectly in sync.
Oh yeah. Yep. I see that. Fuma. You must have remarkable powers of vision.
I'm the follower of the ninja way. This is I work under my lord, Godfrey Ho.
It's got his piano bandana.
It says ninja on it.
It should say ninja on it.
Only a ninja can kill a ninja.
That's the most important rule of cheesy 80s ninja movies.
Yeah. I must reform the ninja empire. For that I need the formula and the golden ninja power.
One of the 27 true runes. Gonna be honest. That's too many true runes.
I think we have one of the true runes.
Gonna have to,
because
pump the brakes.
Ted also had one of the true runes, and that's why he's, a couple centuries old, despite being younger than us.
I have to take care of the cat.
Yeah, I think I just heard the cat knock something over.
Comedy noises coming from the
That was a comedy sound of a glass falling over. It sounded like a stock sound effect. I love it. Roots. Okay, we're getting exposition here. That is not the most well done. Gale is German for horny. Is that why they named the wizard that in Baldur's Gate 3? I got Kroots. We got some kind of clumsy exposition there.
Gamer has additional needs. What is this? Buddy. You should have headbutted me if you needed something. By the way, I had to fix that.
Talk to the pot.
Okay.
Let's
okay.
Yes.
Cat attended to. I think I'm out of it.
like this guy.
Little head tilt going on.
Yes.
You could cut cheese with that jawline. Look at that.
This is Commander Spectre.
Who needs a center hole punch when you've got a penetrating stare like this guy?
Okay, it's just rolling on forward after letting me say the stupid thing.
We've tried nothing, and we're all out of ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, this is our chance.
Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna burgle you real quick. Yeah, thanks for the window setting, asshole.
Damn. Well, that gives us a clear idea of what to do next.
What is this? Yeah, there's the next step.
You know, the hallway to nowhere.
But, X marks the spot.
What X? Oh, the
very clear different block.
The door on the first floor?
Maybe that's what it is. Anyways, I like trying to talk to them from the wrong angle, and the game frequently does this, where it just puts me in the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would really love for that to happen in those, like, first-person 3D role-playing games where you, like, jump on top of people's heads and then talk to them.
Ah, the Elder Scrolls thing.
Yeah. I would love for them to send you down like a cat and then have the conversation. Like, okay, you. Let's cool it.
So let's go pay Stockpile Thomas a visit. And then go talk to Liu Kang.
Setting.
Yeah, I have crap to offload.
Hey, maybe this is our opportunity to get Harry Mintz out of our party. Since he's already used his, like, inn, which we shouldn't need anymore. That's not going to be how it works. They're going to keep robbing us of people we want until we have a party of main character and 5 jobbers.
That's not true. I said something
I don't
wrong.
know that my imagined solution to a fake problem would lead to any additional skips in an Elder Scrolls game. You can already, like, hold a bucket in front of you and just sort of walk. Like,
or use a paintbrush if you're using a better game. Okay.
Or just obtain high enough speed and, collision can't keep up. Which is, I mean, that's the classic method for most games that have...
Okay, Liu Kang is on the next floor down. There we go.
Yeah. Sir.
Okay, now my plan is to put him in my party.
Good. I guess we have to kick out someone we like, or someone we don't like and are permitted to get rid of somehow, which I don't think will happen.
We'll see when this will happen. Who can I eject? Not these two. Cleo,
okay, they're locked in. Cleo gets a break. That's fine. Yeah, she probably deserves it. I will give it up to the like portrait artists for this game. In most games that have portraits, like everybody, they might not have exactly the same pose, but it's usually like a similar pose. But here they're just like they're all over the place. It's like almost a pathological need for everyone to be looking in slightly a different direction, as if they were at first composited with the idea that everyone was looking in one of 108 directions and having this weird composite of like a rose window where they're all overlaid and all looking around in this like pattern. Hell, you could probably create that.
I'm going to try... this. Let's see how Meg performs when she gets double experience.
Crystals.
Okay. Now let's see if it just lets me teleport to the dragon zone.
What was their castle called?
I'm sure I'll know it when I see it.
Yeah. Like Castle of the Dragons.
And if I have to walk there, I know Ante is pretty close. Dragon Knight's Fortress.
That sounds promising. You did in fact know it when you saw it. Yeah, that's just the very tall door on the first floor. Alright, we brought Liu Kang. Hello.
Disk access. That's the sound of that one enemy in Doom dying. They've been poisoned with sleeping poison. Is this how you know this is a real wuxia story? Because it's got poison in it. This is not the first time poison has come up. Moonlight Weed, Black Dragon Orchid.
We need the weed.
We need what's it called in Final Fantasy V?
Dragon grass?
Dragon grass.
Or Hiryuso? Windrake bamboo? Hey! Now Amelia works for us.
She has no rude. Let's look at her.
She starts at level 51.
Let's look at her strengths. Her magic is as bad as Humphrey. She's a pure attacker. What is her... She's an M. So she can stay back there. Although I should...
That's kind of a niche. Like, I don't think we have a pure attacker M. They tend to be S.
Yeah. So, let me look at her strengths. Low skill, high... Her attack is pretty high. Her speed is...
Unupgraded, right?
Her speed is really low. Yeah.
Well, level 9 out of a 12, so she could get, like, 3 upgrades.
Yeah, I'll put a... we'll go... Okay, I don't know where Seek Valley is at. I presume it's that thing to the left. But we're gonna go, slap a killer rune on her and upgrade her sword. Nice. Those are both cheap and can be done quickly. I will probably not give her equipment.
That seems fair. I mean, she could surprise us by having, like, one cool trick.
I mean, I have to buy her rune anyways, so I'm very close to the equipment shop.
Well, like, the big lady who can throw fireballs, that didn't...
That's her rune that does that, though.
That was part of her rune. Yeah. Hmm.
And she's got very bad stuff. Okay, her gimmick seems to be that she can wear our heaviest armor. But not that. Okay, she can wear, of course, the dragon...
Dragon armor!
Dragon can wear dragon armor.
Oh, we can give her ballet flats. That's the perfect look. Full helmet, dragon armor, and ballet flats. Now all we need is some spats, and we'll have a look.
I have a Chaos Shield and Stockpile Thomas I can give for her.
Wait, she can use shields?
Yes. She has a wooden shield equipped. Not sure what a shield will do in the back row, but... Chaos Shield. I went from Valhalla to Brunhilde. Crank, crank.
Okay.
Okay, staple that killer rune to her and she will be a designated auto attacker.
Oh. Right. Still have to do the rune. And we can't just do that from a menu. Because everything has to be a different person to fill out our 108 people.
And I'm right by the shop, but instead I'm just going to crush these in my hands in front of the shop. I would have bought that. Don't care.
All right, what do our numbers look like now that we've plussed her up?
Let's take a gander. She's got very high attack. She's very slow. And she's very tough. She's got her highest armor.
The toughness is really...
Yeah, she's got pretty high luck too. So she's an all-out physical attacker, except she's an M rather than an S, like Humphrey.
Bizarrely kind of occupying the same space as
Humphrey.
Final Fantasy... Well, I was going to say Final Fantasy XIV Dragoon.
Yeah.
At least in early game, you know, remember how like Lancer Dragoon was this awkward DPS that was like a half tank?
You could wear heavy armor.
Yeah.
Here we go. Our favorite part of the game so far. Yeah.
Yeah, the correct noise is back. It made an elephant noise.
If you remember that, the most recent patch, they got rid of one of the shield drops for wizards in one of the early dungeons. They're slowly but surely removing shields from black mages and white mages. Game's just doing this on its own.
You mean burying all of their worst ideas like turds?
Like a cat buries its shit, so does Square Enix.
I don't see anything that looks like moonlight weed.
A master rope.
Oh,
hell, Queen 8.
Yo! Wait a minute. Was that the same thing that we banished to the Shadow Realm in the early game?
I believe it was.
Discovering the, like, Death Rune? Is that where they end up? Is this where the banished ends up? Like the Cleft of Dimension? Holy... Oh, man. Milia doing a lot to make me like her already. But I guess we set her up for that.
Yeah, we gave her...
I like that she can live in the back row, but when she does a critical, we actually get to see who's doing it. Oh, good.
So one bad thing is, since I got rid of Cleo, I don't really have any wide range magic.
Yeah.
But I have
no
this.
AoEs. Oh, well. Some AoE. Ouch. And then, because this is the one, like, genuinely cool idea, I think, that I've seen from this game. Like, if you have a healing skill queued up and the enemy is defeated, you still get that to fire off. Oh. Who's this gonna be? Muse?
Mace.
Mace.
Who are you people? Huh?
You fellows still lack the power to change the world.
Okay, come back and pick up Mace later.
We need to make a room in the smithery for him to live.
Although there's a perfect spot for him between the other blacksmiths.
No, he clearly goes to the right of the others, right? Because he's going to be even taller. Get us to, like, weapon level 15 or something.
I wonder, did I miss a blacksmith somewhere? Now this is just a Shin Megami Tensei elemental. Do I have to go recruit that blacksmith in order to recruit this one?
I don't think so.
I do.
Oh, really? Aw, man. How did we miss an entire blacksmith? What the heck?
Well, normally I would stew on it, but blacksmiths are pretty important to be able to... I thought I had missed a blacksmith because we were missing a spot.
Yeah, I remember we were like, wait, you can upgrade that far? And it's like... Look, I forget a lot of things. Especially about this game, because, like, nothing sticks.
Now, the questionable part is, will I be allowed to leave and go get that blacksmith? Or am I going to have to come back later? Although, really, I should be able to teleport here if I can.
Okay, we're just leaving.
Okay, if you were a blacksmith hidden in the world, where would you be? If I remembered where we got...
That's rough. Because they're just sort of like in towns, right?
Yes.
And they have funny hats. It's like, your name starts with M, and you have a hat and you're a smith. Well, you're gonna be ours.
So
I would go on a world tour, but that kind of sucks.
It does kind of suck, but luckily we have tools that make that pretty fast. So, where did we get... Did we get our latest blacksmith from the warrior village?
I don't think so. I thought it was before that, but I don't really know. Like, that's not a way that my brain really catalogs information about what we've done.
Because we've missed a blacksmith from before our most recent blacksmith. So if we can find where our most recent blacksmith came from, we know that's too far. We need to go one back from that. Oh.
Wait. Jesus Christ. Moose! Wait, I thought we got a guy named Moose. Well...
I think I know what to do.
Nailed it, I guess.
Yeah, my,
Wait, do we have to put Mose in our party?
I believe so.
Blood and Darkness. This sucks. Well, I mean, good on you getting it in one. I would not have thought to go there.
I'm going strong off intuitive knowledge today.
Yeah. Time to go play a couple rounds of Balatro or something.
Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. To me, that's the great triumph of Balatro. Not even the game, just that song. Because I haven't played Balatro since February. I still think of the music, though. So we need to find Mose. You.
Mose.
I bet the Master Blacksmith is a really strong party member, but I bet there's something funny about him. I bet that he's suboptimal because I bet if you're using him, you can't use his service to upgrade his own weapon. I'm right?
That's fucked up. He refuses to upgrade his own weapon. What a champion.
It's good enough.
You peace! Oh no! Because... Are we fucked? Because Mose is the one after Moose. So, what this guy is saying to us is, well, you already have a better smith than we, so why should I bother? That's evil. Maybe we need the guy who's beneath Mose. Oh, his dialogue is misleading? Well, I'm never going to assume that.
I looked it up and we can't recruit him right now because of plot.
Oh.
I need to get all of the blacksmiths in our party, but because I'm saddled with 3 fuckers, I can't.
Well, we'll just have to remember to get Moose from Warrior Village.
The game is firing on all cylinders tonight.
It's being a little adversarial.
Whereas the only time Chrono Trigger does this kind of thing is when it gives you the opportunity to kill Magus. But even that has a meaningful effect on the game because it means that you can... It changes the ending, right? Like Frog turns back into a man.
There's a... there are a couple of load-bearing lines of dialogue that suffered from Woolseyisms and are just weird and awkward and functionally meaningless, and compounded with bugged make it so that you can never do every side quest to the game's satisfaction. So that's a little wrinkle with Chrono Trigger in particular, but that is very minor in the grand scheme compared to something like this where the dialogue is entirely misleading. And that with what appears to be just a very straightforward localization, right? This is just like...
Yeah, this is just them...
meaning in, meaning out.
They probably didn't have a lot of time or money.
Flourishes. Yeah. They let the visuals do the flourish. And then the audio.
Like, this is a single A translation of a double A game, I would say.
If they even had, like, 2 A's worth of budget for this thing.
This was in the period of... this was the golden age of the double A JRPG. A lot of studios were copying Square and just, like, trying to come up with the next big idea. Even Square was doing it. It's what led to weird games like Breath of Fire and Xenogears. Like, we're gonna do weird JRPGs.
Yeah, Xenogears is pretty weird.
Weird JRPGs with middling budgets to try to capture the next wave of JRPG.
Do you think Legend of Dragoon fits that?
Absolutely. Legend of Dragoon is absolutely. So even if I can't recruit you, maybe I can just use your services? No.
He wants nothing to do with this.
Legend of Dragoon is really boring, and it has characters that are bad because they don't use the minigame. But it does have Summon 4 Gods, Volcano, Typhoon.
Yeah, I don't think... I have been permanently poisoned against ever playing Legend of Dragoon. Because one of my college roommates played it, and all I can remember is the callouts that you had to do again and again.
Yeah, you heard them a lot.
If you weren't doing it, you were leaving damage on the table.
The auto attack not as good as just using the things.
So they're all there. There's 5 ring shattering and die more and more.
But it is a game where you can have a funny clown girl with a big hammer.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
She's like a mermaid dragon person or something. She's kind of dressed... She's probably not exactly a clown, but she's like clown coded, and she does have a big hammer. And when she swings it around, it spins in place.
Having a huge comedy hammer goes a long way to clown coding you, I think.
Yeah. She's better than the archer girl who is Dart's like girlfriend because she's a ranged weapon user, so she doesn't play the minigame, so she's just worthless.
Well, I would do anything to avoid playing the minigame, so like maybe that's for me.
Noted active time battle and input JRPG hater Kaz.
Yeah, I do not like action inputs. If I'm playing a JRPG, it's because I don't want to fuck with like dexterous skill and like porting that back into what should be a strictly like Pokemon like input output kind of system is irritating. I do think that the OG of timed hits, the Mario Story or Mario RPG kind of thing was it was kind of mild overall, except for the spinning ones. That was heinous always.
Which one of these just does damage? I'm gonna try Deadly Fingertips.
Yeah, I think it's probably that one. And like, even those kinds of systems, if you're gonna have timed hits or things of that nature, they should be like extremely simple, right?
So you must hate the Shadow Hearts games.
I don't know what that is, but yes.
Like Shadow Hearts Covenant, which has the ring. The ring system.
Is that like the ring system from that Xbox JRPG that I also kind of hate? You know the one. Everyone loves it. It's got Kaim.
It's the Immortal Man one.
Yeah, the Immortal Man.
Lost Odyssey.
Lost Odyssey. Yeah.
When you said Xbox, I presumed Xbox. I thought, was there a JRPG on the Xbox?
Xbox 360. The Xbox doesn't exist, clearly. There's never been one. Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball can never be emulated because of it. Yeah, Lost Odyssey had a ring system where it's like the ring closes in on the region and you have to like time your press that way.
Yeah, they got that from Shadow Hearts Covenant, which
oh, I hated that.
Shadow Hearts Covenant, or Shadow Hearts and then Shadow Hearts Covenant do it, and they let you change out the rings where like they're an equipable item that you can upgrade. You can make it so that you'll do more damage, but the timing becomes a lot tighter.
Timing tighter.
Or
okay.
you can make it it's basically
That's
timing tutor,
like,
or you can make it easier and harder.
Interesting, but also this just makes the overall flow of combat more tedious, right? Where the snappiness that I really like from JRPGs is now gone. Replaced with, okay, well now I have to do this minigame 500 times in order to actually make any progress in the battle. That's, I think, my core gripe with putting minigames in your JRPGs. It's just sort of to pad out the length of not only every battle, but every interaction. Which really adds up, and you don't want to just not do it, because again, you're missing out. Blitzes are, I mean, a choice that you make, and like Sabin is one of the better party members, because you can just sort of like squeak out damage from him.
Compared to
weirdly, like magic is one of his best stats. The muscle wizard.
Compared to Cyan, who also has the same problem, but because he's a bad character, we don't stomach it. I make no judgments about input systems or not. They can be well done. They can be poorly done. I think no concept can be dismissed out of hand. But I understand your disliking it. Well, I disagree.
I think for the reasons I've outlined, it kind of. So what's one that does it well? Like 1,000 Year Door?
Paper Mario, 1,000 Year Door, both do it well. I do think Shadow Hearts Covenant implementation of it is interesting. Makes one of the many things that game does that's pretty unique. There are the Mario or Luigi games. I don't know.
Those are really annoying.
We're talking of a matter of taste here, so.
Ah, yes, okay. So, I have to. All right. Yeah, you know, higher proofs. I have a higher stakes claim, so I do need a higher standard of proof. That's fair.
Well, I mean, okay, this guy's the ball is really pounding me.
And now we're in a tingler. We've cracked the shell, and now we're down to the crystal core. The delightful cherry nubbin at the center of it all. The Bool, yes.
All right, we're into the
Very
Bool.
correct.
What will run out first, his health bar or my ability to full party heal every turn?
Well,
I have 3 more full party heals.
it's a ball heavy session. It's a heavy ball session. Oop.
Okay, turns out it was.
Looks like it ran out first.
It ran out first. I think Meg got 3 levels from that. She was using her Cyclone.
So that's got to be just like better wind crystal, right?
Probably. Now, it might behoove me to leave.
For what? For magic getting back?
Yeah, I get my spell slots back.
Nah. We'll just get the moonshine weed, and then book it out.
Okay,
It'll be fine.
There's just a mid boss. There isn't a main boss.
Yeah, it's just a mid.
It's just a mid.
Why would there be a main boss in this dungeon guarding the dragon weed? It's clearly like zooted on the dragon weed itself. It can't bother us.
I should probably just shadow realm the encounters with the dragon.
Might spare us overall. Unknown.
Those spell slots aren't particularly useful outside of that usage, so. Nobody can use the... I don't know anybody who could use necklaces.
Bonk. Bonk. Whip. Bonk. Whip. I can understand the drive to look at something like this, or like Dragon Warrior, or whatever, and be like, you know what? We need to involve the player a little more directly in what they're doing.
Well, I feel like they're... I feel like it's one of two ways you can go to involve the player. The last thing you want is what this game's doing, where you're just kind of checked out and letting the game play itself. So like you can either have mechanical complexity and mechanical depth, or you can have like the literal interactive depth, where the doing of the jobbering. Like most of the fights in Paper Mario are jobber fights.
That is the two like valences that naturally occur to me.
Yeah.
Given a situation like that.
And it does kind of. It's one of the reasons why a game like Shadow Hearts Covenant or Lost Odyssey kind of remain, like, I think, obscure, because they try to engage in both vectors, and those games are both like weird messes of games.
I think they're weird messes. I don't know if Lost Odyssey is like obscure. It's just obscure to me because I didn't like it and I could barely remember its name.
It was a JRPG.
I think it remains pretty well liked.
It was a JRPG on a console without a lot of JRPGs, so it has its fans. It's the Tales of Symphonia, which again is another way of another way of handling the Tales games. Which is another way of the Tales of Symphonia is not a very good Tales game, but it was a JRPG on the GameCube, and it wasn't a Dreamcast port. It was a god honest JRPG made for the game and then ported to other systems with more content, but whatever. The 360 didn't have a lot of those, so the one it had, even though it was a weird mess of a game I'm
also the wrong person to recommend any Tales game to at this point. They're just this uncanny valley blend of action game and JRPG.
Yep. There you go.
And that's core to it.
Yep.
This is not like you can just muff action commands and gain a couple levels and get out of it.
I think you could theoretically, on some of them, turn your entire party to AI and just do AI fights, but that's not a choice you could make.
That would be appealing to me. I would just like to watch them go. Well, let someone else invent double Demon Fang and be a genius.
The game for you, then, sir, is Final Fantasy 12. The game with the programming language in it.
Pretty much. You set up your gambits. You watch everyone go in real time.
And it just plays itself. And then if something goes wrong, don't worry about it.
Cautionary Tales of Symphonia. You could do that with any Tales game. It's great.
Although you might...
Can't let...
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them you might like.
This situation is making it seem like you were more correct than I was. Let's see how this plays out.
I'm impressed that you made it this far, but I can't let you leave. What's the moonlight weed? Speaking of being zooted out on the moonlight weed, it's fucking windy. Look at her.
She is blazed.
Oh, are we going to be able to... Are they going to give us a Serve the Dragon Lord ending?
I am tired of this Liberation Army game like you would not believe, lady.
Ted.
You got me pegged.
It's Ted.
It's Ted. Oh, no.
Okay.
I mean, we also just saved. Wait. For real? Amazing.
I'll give it back to you. This way.
Murder. I'm speaking to you through the rune.
Oh, I'm getting hits of Monomyth right now. Like Lensman and Lord of the Rings. Like he's a ring bearer. He's talking to me.
Okay.
Mm.
I was getting shades of Hades too, but that'll happen later.
Yeah, I haven't played that one. I've owned and not played Hades 1. I'm afraid of Hades 1.
I don't know. You don't gotta.
I mean, I know it'll be fun, but I'm afraid of it. Because what if there's a kind of game that is like spicy food where mentally I know this is burning my mouth. I shouldn't eat this. It's burning my mouth. But then the physiological need develops.
Yeah. That kind of happened to me with StarCraft when I was a kid. I could not stop myself from like bashing my head against difficult missions, and then I would fail, wake up the next day, and the process of illumination would allow me to succeed easily on my next try in the morning. But I definitely did not know when to stop. Oh, the rune is responsible for our dad acting like a toady for some reason. This is just him retiring to job as our advisor. Because he's going to be in the rune, and he'll conveniently pop up when he feels it necessary to be like, okay, I, who spent time with the Soul Eater rune, understand its strengths. You will listen to me, and I will guide you through the next step.
That's it. Oh, Soul Evil's level 4.
Oh! Good. That's good.
Whereas it reminds me of a plot point from Full Metal Alchemist. There's a character in that comic, and I guess Brotherhood, who had a Philosopher's Stone, which was made by the souls of the Sacrificed City. And his solution to being able to use it, despite it being like an inhuman tool made with fast suffering, was he like talked to every single person in the rock the rock was made out of him, and he one by one over a couple centuries convinced all of them of what he was going to
do. Wait, went on a centuries-long charm offensive to convince the people whose souls he had slurped that it was good, actually, that he did it?
No, that he was like, I know what happened was wrong, but with your power, I'll be able to undo it. Well, you give me your power. And then repeat that like 300,000 times. Oh.
Oh, we have to complete the slurping?
Detestable
creature.
I saw a mud crab the other day. Oh, and she just left. She didn't teleport away. She was just gone.
She went out like a cigarette burn in film. It's like not even a puff of smoke, not even a noise. Oh man, does this mean that I was correct in fact and we're good? No boss?
Well, we got the dragon weed.
Yes. Our boss encounter was instead a cutscene. Thank fucking Christ. We found more than what we sought in Seek Valley.
And I didn't bring a
Oh, the escape rope.
I didn't bring a scrope.
Now, see, that's an English word. It's not really a word, but that's an English word.
Yeah, scrope is like it's a word that's like a sailor made up. Oi!
Don't get your scropes and your skirts.
Put the scrope on the windlass, so we can haul anchor and get up to the forecastle.
Scrope the jib, mate.
Scrope the jib. Judgment. I can only judge one I'm gonna judge the wyvern.
All right, Spectre.
Judgment.
Tower of Death Rune. We're judging you.
Are we the baddies?
Okay. That's pretty good. We were asking for a single target Spectre skill. That's pretty good.
I have one of them. I get one of those
He'll
per day.
grow into more, maybe. I don't know.
I have one 9th level spell slot.
State your wish. Murk that dude.
Goodbye forever. I did show Big Green to somebody the other day.
Nice. I feel like we should make a supercut of that movie.
It already exists on YouTube. Has all the good ones.
Not that supercut.
Okay.
A better version of that, I guess. I don't know. One where you can still follow along what's actually happening without the thing being entirely tedious. Maybe I'm placing...
You're asking a bit much.
Arbitrarily high demands.
Yeah, because I think the base product is just incredibly dull. Like, have you seen Dragon Ball Z: The Tree of Might? Like, the non-Malaysian dub version? It's really dull.
So do we go here to give him the grass, or do we go to the cave?
Here.
Oh. Alright. Here is the moonlight weed.
Black Orchid.
Next! Oh, man!
Yeah, Black Orchid's a near wolf mystery.
But there's a problem. We have to, like, fight a ward for...
He went alone to
Gregminster Palace. Gregminster.
Dragons show up in these games a lot, don't they?
In JRPGs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, they're cool.
He didn't roar. He didn't elephant. Was there a dragon in Wild Arms? Yeah, there was like the spirits.
It's like one of the demons turned into a big dragon.
There was the four. There was the four divine. I can control. I'm controlling Fudge.
Whoop.
There was the four. There were the four.
New menu.
I can't. There was the four divine beasts of China. One of, like the Byakko the white lion, Gimbu the turtle, the phoenix, and the dragon. There was definitely at least then. So there was a dragon in Wild Arms. It's fucking walk animation.
Looking a little jittery there, sir. Somebody's bound to find me if we go further. You have to find the black orchid.
All right, here's the Emperor. We're stealing the orchid directly from the Emperor's gardens.
You're the Emperor. Hurry, while I still feeling generous.
Okay, we're learning that the Emperor...
He's aware of Wendy. So, like...
Speaking of...
Oh! That's the correct response. I don't care why you're here. I'm leaving. What an uncouth boy. Well, shot is shot.
Give us an elephant sound, Kaz. Good attempt. It's a noise that humans were not meant to make.
It's like multi-tonal in a way that I can't do at that frequency. I can only do multi-tonal low frequencies. Oh, they actually found him.
What about?
And he had the thing.
So what about Kudo? After being blasted by the divine skeleton
Blasted
death blast.
by a sorceress. Yeah. Probably atomized. I don't know.
I made an antidote from the 3 ingredients. Was the last ingredient the blood of a dragon? we had dragon to spare.
No,
a dragon's liver.
The last ingredient was just like the base. Like it was just like an alcohol base or something.
No, I think it was a dragon's gallstones. That's definitely an alchemical ingredient, you know?
The dragon's balls.
Harumph!
Since we've been so ball heavy tonight.
A dragon's balls. I was right! The second guess was right!
Oh no!
It was a dragon's
my
liver.
God! Not my boy.
Yeah, Kudo was already dead.
We're just using all of the animal here. Honestly, him dying in battle was a big solid for us, because we were going to have a hard choice on our hand.
We'll draw lots among the sleeping dragons. One of them ain't waking up.
Right? That probably would have been it, right?
Yeah.
Or there would be some convenient evil dragon elsewhere that we would have to go quest to defeat. On behalf of the Dragon Knights, I thank you.
And now we have cause, because the Emperor's Vizier murked one of our dragons.
Good.
And we can finally
return to Taco Bell Castle. Again, it's been long enough that it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, they kick him out?
Well,
that's fucking brutal.
Well, the dragons are more valuable than the Drider is. Humans we have by the bushel. We only have a couple dozen dragons. Hey, that ain't your call. That's my call.
Wait, is this whole thing to imply that Humphrey is also a fallen dragon rider? He also used to have that job and got kicked out because his dragon died?
They kept mentioning his former post with the Emperor. It was like the 100-man Corps.
Yeah. Maybe, okay, so
maybe they just have backstory to get. One of the guys here, who didn't appear to be a dragon rider, was like one of the guys that that Humphrey fought against. While you were attending to Gimmer, we talked to him. It was like, you ask a favor of me, a former enemy?
Man. Missing crucial information. There was no scenario where we walk back, so maybe we should have said we were walking back so that we could teleport instead. Okay, so we got Futch, we got that guy.
Maybe I can go get myself a blacksmith now.
Count.
I'd have to temporarily kick out... Oh, man, it's doing this.
Okay, if we have free reign of characters, then we can totally get a blacksmith, and I think that puts us over the line for Quincy.
Disk access. Okay. So let's go see if I can jam some blacksmiths in my part.
There she is! Kasumi would be the dead center person in this idea I have of arranging all of the characters by the angle at which their portrait is at.
Did we steal something? You rat! You! All I wanted here! Away! Away!
This town's finished.
This town's finished. Now, I'm not good at elephants, but I am good at Bloodborne guide dialogue.
So you like just Yarnamites or whatever?
You plague-ridden rat! Meg and Joppo are also here.
Nice.
Medical officer. Uh-huh.
Taggart. Spectre.
Kasim Haziel, who took over the northern defense after Teo McDull. Okay, we're getting our next plot point. We have to go to the north and make war against Kazim.
Well, we should try to pay special attention to where exactly we should go and write that down.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna forget.
Oh, fuck. The double text boxed me.
Oh, fuck. I think you skipped over the one clue that we needed.
I wasn't even mashing. I just, like, accidentally, I know.
I've double tapped. I've double tapped before. North. Okay.
At present, Kasim Haziel's troops number at more than 8,000.
Ah.
And they're trained professional soldiers.
Oh, they'll have some countermeasure that we can't beat, and then we have to find the countermeasure.
Our training is okay. Their measure is training, so we have to countermeasure their measure with
their training with anti-training.
I agree. We need to run drills with the men. Okay, get out of here.
Ah. All right.
We gotta 3 blacksmiths.
Yeah. Maze and Moe's. Moss. Yes, live Moss.
Ah, yeah, we have to counter their training with chaos. We're going to employ. Now there is a problem with that. Drunken boxing can be a legitimate form, but not good for formation fighting.
We'll have to split off their formation into one-on-ones.
What is a melee if not just 1,000 one-on-ones happening at the same time?
So, yeah, the plan here, since they number in 8,000 trained warriors, we need 8,000 drunkards.
Wait, Moss, Moose, Mose. Wait, he's Moose. I had Mose, Meese, and Moss.
We must defeat the dwarves!
Okay, let's see if I can just smoosh on in. Can I not? Can I not go to Seek Mountain? Can I get a ride to Seek Mountain anytime I want?
I think we might have to. Yeah. Oop.
I need the last one.
Oh, like 4 smiths?
Is there another smith?
Well, the one we just recruited, who is not currently in the party, might need him in the party.
Well, we'll find out.
Might need to pick up Moose. Good thing we can just fly here. That's nice. Of course, there are random battles around here, huh?
Yeah, but I'm just going to nuke any fight I get into and run away from the others.
Hmm.
So I just take a right here.
We will simply not get any random battles. Simple. All right. Hello. Mace. Piss.
Uh-huh. What, my blacksmiths don't have a unite?
I think it's funny that they all have the exact same pose and their hammers look slightly different.
Yeah. That's my plan for random encounters. I'll just send the plants to hell. Oh, they have the only 4-person unite? I was thinking that they would have something like that. So the problem is I don't have Moose with me. Is that the actual problem?
I don't know for sure, but that is what I assumed from what the zoo had said.
Now, you could basically intuit what you needed to do from Moose. You can't really intuit what to do from Mace.
We also need 90 total recruits. Blood and Darkness. I don't know how many we actually have. But 90 is a lot if there's only 108. Like, Jesus. That's when you get the final castle level. Okay, we're kicking the Smiths out then, and we're doing other things. Like going to sleep.
I'm going to Ante real quick. And these guys are weak, so even... Now an S can't attack from the back, but an L can attack from the front, it seems. There's a mag surgically debrained that plant. Whereas my blacksmith's probably up. Nope, there they are. I like the noise the hammers make.
It is pretty cute.
Bing.
I like that they're hoisting these huge hammers on their shoulders too. It's a very good way to carry the weight, you know? All right. Body check. How many more? Okay, got Quincy. Not bad. We got our 8 more.
How do I tell how many recruits I have? How many do you need to recruit Quincy? Okay, Ginzopedia. How many do I need to recruit Quincy? 81.
Okay, so we need up to 9 more recruits. Somewhere between 0 and 9 more recruits. That seems like so many. Given what we've been doing. We've been, like, denuding this world of people to recruit. We're gonna have to find Window and give Window confidence. Window is probably another person who wants our castle to be larger, though, because then it'll have space for a stained glass window, and then he'll be like, I will join you now, too. To make a window.
But now I can get, temporarily at least, we could try a Tengar.
I didn't even consider who we might actively want.
Because we were using Cleo. If I'm using Tingar, I want to steal Cleo's rune.
Oh no! Wait. I know who.
We want giant woman.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not seeing.
Ronnie.
Yeah, but
you passed her.
Okay, time to apply the algorithm. Wait, who had a rune here? Okay, that's just the killer rune I put on Milia. But I can get the laundry woman? I also never looked at IK. Sick. The double beat rune. I bet I can't pull that off of him. I bet that's like stapled to him. Wait, Ronnie, I just saw her.
Yeah, she was on the same page as Elf Girl at top.
There we go.
Yeah. Hate rune. Okay, so the idea being here that Cleo's here to pull the rune off and give it to Tengar?
Yeah, you had said that you wanted to have one of the original like group in the whole time.
Kind of.
Which Cleo is our only option due to everyone else being dead.
Very, very good point. But what if we like take the uniqueness that's the that's the rage rune?
Well, what I'm going to do...
We can make that decision later.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the inn, which I think is on floor 2. I want to saving my game. Nope, it's on floor 3. I flipped a coin. Did I flip correctly? No. I'm going to save, and then using this opportunity, I'm going to go to every town I have access to see who I can...
to see if anyone has a portrait, basically.
Yeah, to see to make notes about where men are at and who I can or can't recruit. And then I will see how many that is. Because we know we have 81 men, maybe 82. And I might do the odious task of just going up to the slabs and counting. To see exactly how many I have. Counting to 81 is not that hard.
I mean, the big appeal here is biggest smith, right? Because that just directly makes us more powerful in a way that we can already afford. Whereas if this was just like, oh, this guy wants you to have like biggest castle at 90 recruits, it's like, I don't care. He's just some guy. Who cares? Some
guy. But in a way, he's being the biggest, baddest smith makes those other guys we don't care about more valuable.
That's true.
And it made me going and getting the guy who identifies scrap. It made
him worthwhile. Yeah.
But
delightful.
That's going to be it.
We're going to have to Fulton some more people.
Yeah, we have to go Fulton more people from another base. My advice to everybody watching, go play Chrono Trigger. That game fucking rules.
It's a pretty breezy playthrough.
Yeah, it's got some hard fights, but it never you're never bored. You're always moving. It's good. That's it for now. Thanks for joining, everybody. Thanks to Malmut for the sub. We're going to go watch Sly09 play a Slay the Spire mod with a big ass. Good night, everybody.